going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, and first of all, thank you guys for letting me know. I figured out where the belt was finally behind the seat of these Turbo RRs, or Turbo, or Pro R, there we go, Pro R. Question that I have though is, if you do blow a belt out in the sand, out in the dunes and Glamis, you know, Gordon's, wherever, so you're telling me that you got to pull the seat, and these seats are easy. There's a little latch here. This thing literally pops out, and what's pretty cool, these seats right here, they fold forward. So this turns into like a bed, like if you have a mega cab rammer, it turns into, you know, a nice bed back here. But you're telling me if you pretty much break in the desert, you got to pull this apart, pull that apart. I mean, I'm guessing they made the belt maybe extremely strong, where it's not gonna break, not as common. I don't know, you know, you guys let me know what you think. Also, a lot of you guys commented that these things total quick. To me, that sounds crazy because of how big and beefy everything is. I mean, they got 2-inch cage everywhere. They got gussets all over here. I mean, look at these arms. These arms are massive. This is pretty crazy how they run the CV through the lower shock mount right there. But a lot of you guys said, yeah, these things are, I guess when they crash pretty good. So I'm very surprised, you know, that does happen. I don't know what they hit for these things to, you know, just get crumpled like that. I mean, that's crazy. Everything looks so big and beefy and monster on this car. So I'd be really surprised to see these things like completely wrecked. I mean, I know what happens, you know, but everything's just so big, you know, so beefy on this thing. So I don't know, we'll see. But today, we're wiring up the good old accessories. So, we have done the buggy whips. These things are insane, guys. I mean, look at this. Look at this. These buggy whips, I think by far, and we tried 5150, we tried other ones. I think by far, nothing is brighter than buggy whips. And these are their new, like, ultra bright, like most, I don't know, their newest and brightest one, he said. He said it gets so hot, too. That's what that billet up top for is. Oh, the lights kind of block it right there. See that billet piece right there? So I guess he said when these things are on, you know, for a while, do not touch it. It gets so hot. These things are pumping so much power that they put that on there to dissipate the heat from the light. So when you throw this on, I mean, just look at this. Look at this. Come on. And mind yourself, the light's on. It's daytime. I mean, it's crazy how bright these things are. And I installed the race radio, or antenna, right in the center. And we have the yellow lights. These things are insanely bright too. But he wants to change these out to clear lenses. So we're gonna get the clear lenses for this. And we're going to do the yellows up front right here. The smaller ones, the Squadrons, right over here on this front bumper. But what I have done so far, and how I ran these, is on this, I took the bolt out. So there's a bolt, there's I think 2 of them. Yeah, there's one here and one here. That's it, 2 back here. So I took the back one out, and I literally, so this comes apart, it pops off. Took the bolt out, took the little insert. So as you guys know, they have these inserts right here. Popped this insert out, and this literally, boom, dropped right in. I put the, you can see right there, there's the nut, just ran the wire inside, and we ran it through the cage. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. I put a rubber grommet, ran it through the cage, and came out of right over here. Once, right there. You guys can see that. We still gotta wrap that up with some wire loom so there's no red. So there's no wiring, you know, you don't see any wires, which is nice. I like it, it's clean. And it's easier, it looks cleaner, and it's not that hard, you know, it's very easy to run through the cage. This looks like they just put 2 and 2 together, so if you do it, sometimes you get stuck on trying to go this way, you get stuck on this, the lip. So if you sit and twist the wire, you can get past. Once you get past it, it just goes right down, have someone stick their finger or some needle nose and grab it. So that's done. Antenna, the only thing I did with the antenna is drill the hole, see right there, and mounted it right in the center. Just measure it, make sure you're nice and straight, and measure that right in the center. And then we're doing race radio now. Now guys, this is big. So if you have a race radio, and I will show you the bracket, and it is a nightmare. I highly suggest you do not do this. So they're gonna sell you this mount and tell you, this works with he's got an ICOM. They say, yeah, this works, and it does. It will work. This thing sits in like this, just like that. Now, this is what they don't tell you. They don't tell you, and to do this, you have to pull this centerpiece off. And if you look everybody's video, even PCI says, oh yeah, and it's funny in their video, they tell you, they start off with, well, once you get this piece off, you got to cut here and here. What they don't tell you is how ridiculous and how much of a nightmare it is to take that centerpiece off, because you literally have to go, everything is like overlapped. So this goes all the way down into here. So you got to pull this whole panel off. You got to pull this off. You have to pull this back piece off. To pull all that stuff out in the back, you got to pull the back chairs out. You got to pull these out, these Torx right here. Lift this, because you got to pull this out, pull that out, lift the dashboard. It is the worst design ever. Now, Rugged has came out with a way better design. Unfortunately, I don't have it right now. I ordered it today, so it will be in tomorrow. Actually, by the time you guys see this video, I will already have it. But I ordered the system this morning. Rugged system is way easier. You don't pull anything out. With the Rugged system, you literally cut this out. Boom, cut here, cut here, cut here. It sits, the race radio sits right here, display sits right here. Then they put all the switches down here for you. This comes with tons of options. Rugged, I believe the system gives you 7 or 9. I don't remember. I saw it online, but you guys can see it. And it's just so much easier, save you so much more time. Their system, like the way they have this, is just ridiculous to pull this thing out, because this goes under, it's sitting under this dash. It is not an easy process. So I would, if you guys do have, one of these, a new system, I would honestly, if you actually have installed this, let me know if there's an easier. I'm very curious to know, because I sat here and it looked like a nightmare. So if you guys have this installed, I'm very curious to know what you did, how you had to do it. But what we're doing is, this stuff's for sale. So this is a ICOM radio, because he just said forget it. My father-in-law said just buy it all new, everything. The new bracket, new race radio, new intercom, new everything. So he purchased everything new. We're not using this no more. So it is a ICOM radio. It already has everything programmed in here. And here it is also. This is the to talk like to your passenger, the people in the back and all that. So, and if you have a Turbo S, you can have this bracket, because this is what it came out of. This was the bracket out of his old car, his Turbo, I think 1000 Turbo, the older, I think he had a 16 or 17. So if you got an old one, you can have the bracket too. DM me on my Instagram at Eddie's Life if you're interested in that. So we're not going to use any of this. We're going to get rid of this also, not using this bracket. So stay tuned for that. We're going to get that whole system and get that all wired up and everything good to go. We have, so far, we've installed his connections right here, there and there, over the seat. And how I did that, all I did was literally take the wire in there, pull this apart, went all the way under it, and came up right here. Now, once we get the radio, this will be all buttoned up, tucked in there, folded nice. But right now we're just leaving them out, some slack, so they don't fall back in and we lose them. And with the Baja lights, what I did here, I was going to bring the wire, come up in the cage, drill a hole right here with the rubber grommet, and then put this back and plug it back in, go from here to here. Father-in-law said, dude, don't even worry about that. Just pop it out, and plug it in. So that's what we did there. Ran it in here just like that. I mean, it's fine, but I personally would rather feed it up, drill a hole, rubber grommet, and bink. So you literally have a wire that goes from here to here. That's it. You don't have all of this. I will say, I would think the worst thing on this car, I love everything about this car. I mean, the look, the beefiness, the motor, the design, the cage, everything looks awesome. If I had to complain about one thing, it would be this. Literally, why? Why would you stick this damn antenna right here? You could have come up with a better area I mean, or come up with a smaller stubby one. You know, I understand probably wiring is easy because it probably just goes right to there and there. But I mean, come on, you know, put it, you know, somewhere else. Why you gotta stick it right there? So now I'm gonna mount these two lights right here, and instead of right here, we're gonna put them right at the very edge, and then tilt this thing, you know, turn it, just so they're spread apart. You know, maybe we'll get some more light out of it. Who knows? It might not even make a difference. But I also want to run it here because if I can, I would like to feed the light in, hide it. There's a gap, if you feel, right here and here. And these grills, they just pop right out. Like, pull these two little pins and ba-bam, the grill pops right out. And I would like to, if I can, feed the wire here, or I'm gonna feed it and follow this wire, right, and go into there. So we're gonna get started on that, and I'll show you how I did it. Now, for the people that DM me, ask me, you know, for electrical, do you use a power probe? Do you use test lights? My main thing is a power probe. I have a test light, but I love power probes just because you can do so much more with a power probe. Now, this is the power probe I use. I'll put a link in the description if you guys are interested in it, and I'll get you, I believe there's a discount code, knock some, you know, little money off for you. But this thing is awesome. Well, a couple reasons. You can power something up that doesn't have power. So say you want to test like a blower motor or something, you're not sure if it works. You can literally hook this up. So hook this to the battery. I'll show you here. So let me hook this. I need two hands for this, but I'm gonna try this. Okay, here we go. We're gonna hook this up to here, just like that. You're gonna take the other end. You can hook it to a battery, but because the batteries are under a seat, hook it to any power source that has power, basically power probe. So you gotta give it some power. So we'll hook that to there, and we'll hook this one to a ground right over here. Since this has power, you heard that, the beep right there. Now this power probe is awesome because you can actually see that, see the ohms. You got AC, you got DC, you can switch. So if you hit this button right here, I can switch through. See all this? Look at this. You know, if you want to do continuity tests, this thing is awesome. So what we're gonna do now, say you guys want to check just the voltage, see how much battery power this thing has. One more thing, guys, if you do have a power probe, be careful with it because you can mess stuff up, especially if you have like a canned vehicle and you add power to something, you can fry some computers. So if you go up, check this out. Let me see if I can, there you go. I'm gonna hold the up button. See that? Tells me the voltage, 12.5. Down is the green for ground. Now, say you want to see, man, is this a good ground? Some of you guys might think, yeah, that is a good ground. Well, this thing's pretty cool because it will tell you, I mean, I know it's not hard to find a ground, but some people, look at that. See, I'm touching it. This tells me it's not a good ground. I mean, obviously, you know, because it's plastic, but I'm just showing you guys an example. Now, say we go to this where I know this is ground, but you're not sure. Is this a good ground? Touch it. Look at that. So that tells you that this is a good ground. Now let's say you guys want to check continuity. So this comes with these power probes come with a ground wire. So see here, I have it set to ohms. Now I take the ground wire on one end of the wire here. I'm going to take this wire and touch it right here. See that? Now watch this here. Hold on. Let me tie this up for you. See that? So we got continuity. Now what that means is I know this wire is good. Now what happens if I cut this wire? Watch. See? So something's wrong. That tells you if you guys are trying to, you know, chase a pigtail or something, you know this is obviously something's going on with this because you have no continuity in it. Okay, I just found something I can show you guys how to add power to it. So say you got this light. You're wondering if this light works. Is this light, you know, busted? Is it, you know, who knows? Is this the problem? Is it wiring? Let's diagnose this and see if this light works or not. So with the provided ground cable coming from the power probe, hook it to the ground, and then try to do this with one hand. So see, I got the power probe touching it. Come on, touch. Oh, jeez. Oh, I gotta put this down here. It's hard with one hand. Okay, touch it. So now I'm gonna hold up. I'm gonna apply power and touch this. Ready? Watch the light. See the light? If I let go, put it back on, So I know that the light works now by adding power with this power probe. So, I mean, there's so much you can do with this, guys. These power probes are awesome. If you guys, and for you guys that DM me and ask me, you know, for electrical, what's your tool? Do you use test lights? I do. I use them all, but the power probe is my favorite thing because you never have to guess. It pretty much will diagnose the problem for you. And I mean, it's really easy. It'll just save you time, save you money, you know, having to sit and trying to figure out if this works, that works, or that doesn't work. So for the couple of you guys that asked me, power probe is my main go-to. Now, if you guys know me, you know I got a thing for battery tenders. I mean, every single thing I have has a battery tender. I probably have, I think, a total of 10 or 12 battery tenders. I mean, I got one on this forklift, on the battery for the fuel tank, on my truck, on the tractor, on the other forklift, on my son's quad, on my, I mean, I can go on and on with tenders. And I think this is the most amazing feature in the world on this thing. I know some of you guys, dude, you guys are like, are you serious? Yes, to me, I love this. Like Polaris, man, this is awesome. Look at this. They put you a built-in battery tender. You literally, look at that. Here, actually, you know what? Let me turn this light on for you guys. Here, there we go. Look at this. I mean, come on. That is just pure genius. You take your tender, you plug it into here, you leave it. I mean, come on. Give it to Polaris for that, guys. That's genius. So Polaris, good job. I'm very, very excited about that feature. But guys, bam. Let me know what you think. The new BAJA lights are installed. We got one more up here, BAJA light. I don't know if we're running it, and I don't know if we're going to put in that tab, if we're going to get a bracket. I'm not sure what my father-in-law wants to do on that. So right now we just got these and these installed for him. And I mean, these lights are incredible. When this thing is lit up, I'll turn the lights off and I'll show you guys, but it's insane how bright these little lights are. And for wiring on this, guy, so you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but I tucked it right in here in the corners. And then I went under, I follow, there's a loom. So you see that wire? And that's not my wire, that's factory wire right there. So just FYI, that's not mine. But I went under, followed it, comes up, and then literally comes up and over here. I zip tied it, put it under a wire loom in here, and it's gonna come right out to here. Oh damn, it's dark. Okay, it's pretty dark in here. Now, I'm gonna go with the flags first, because man, these flags are amazing. Look at this, I think it is this one. Wow, look at that. I don't even need lights in the garage. This is crazy. Look at this. I mean, this thing will light up the entire garage. That is insane. Can't wait to see what this thing's gonna look like at the hill. I mean, look at this. These are crazy. Buggy whip, man, you guys did a great job on these whips. Now, let's turn on everything. Look at that, guys. This thing is crazy. Let me show you up here. I mean, dang, I can't even look at this. Wow, look at that. This is going to look good, boys. This thing's gonna be all lit up at night. It's not gonna have any issues seeing, especially once we install that light bar. And I gotta say, look at the interior. This thing is nice. Got all the blue accent and everything on it. The radio, I mean, these things are awesome, guys. For you guys that know more about this car than me, obviously, you know, this is fresh to us, so we don't really know much about it. He's looking for exhaust and tuning. I told him, wait for either Evo, you know, I'm sure they're gonna come out with tunes, or Packard Performance, you know, with tunes or exhaust. And I don't know, you know, I'm sure because it's naturally aspirated, no turbo or anything, probably just gonna be like an ECU swap maybe, I don't know. But if you guys do know, or anybody already has tuning for it, let me know, because he does want to exhaust and put a tune on this thing. So DM me on my Instagram if you do, at his life, and let me know. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you guys, you know, try these BAJA lights or have them on your car. And you know, let me know if you like the yellow, if you like the white. I don't know. I'm liking the yellow. I kind of like both. I like white, yellow, but I don't know. You know, the white, it just looks clean, but the yellow breaks through the dust better. So we'll see. But thank you guys for watching. That's all I got for you guys. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to click subscribe. Peace. Yeah.